Hi, I'm Senator Malcolm Roberts, and I'm at the Queensland-New South Wales border. Over there is New South Wales. And about 20,000 Queenslanders who are barred from coming into our state, coming home to their homes. They're paying rent in this state, but they've got to pay for caravans. I know of one couple, we met them just now. It's cost them $15,000 to be holed up in this area, on that side of this fence, that's blocking a street. We've seen people bringing laundry here to linen companies. We've seen hospitals handing over linen. We've seen medical centre, rather than the hospital. We've seen kids going to school. It's absolutely crazy. This is what's happening in this country. We're being completely divided. I'll just go through some of the things that people have told me about. Their restrictions are invasive. The police on the border point are invasive. They're inconsistent. The cops, most cops are really decent. Let's face it, they do a very good service, and most cops that I've met want to do that service. That's why they went into the police force. But we've got some who are defining what is essential work. The state government has not defined it. The police are defining it individually. We've got 20,000 Queenslanders on the border. Some are sleeping in cars. Some are sleeping on the streets with no electricity, none at all. We've got one couple with 5 weeks over here, $15,000. The people who are working on both sides of this border, or living on one side and working on the other side, they were given 3 hours notice that the border would close at 4. Their shift finished at 5, locked up. They can't come into this state unless they're double injected. They just laughed because they're just saying things like, oh, Anastasia Palaszczuk says it's all about health. Bullshit. It's not about health. It's about control. This is a Queensland-New South Wales border in our country, Australia, and we can't move between these bollards. And we've got Queenslanders stuck here that can't come in here. They now turn their phones off just to come through because police are tracking the phones. The police are judge and jury. There are no cases of COVID in northern New South Wales. So people here, the nearest case is 900 kilometres away in Sydney. And they're laughing because we've got a case in Tugun a couple of weeks ago on the Queensland side of the border. One man here can't see his son in Nerang. And they're saying this is malignant selfishness. You should see these people. They're decent Australians. I think I've told you that. One person here, he started getting his injection. He was sick for 2 weeks after he got the Moderna injection. He's paying $350 a week for a caravan while he's paying rates up in Queensland, where he comes from, near Bundy. Another person, this is where the laws are getting completely changed upside down, because we have one person here told me that at the border he has to prove his innocence. What happened to guilty? And what happened? So we're now guilty until proven innocent. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? And as someone said, you'd be far better off coming to Queensland in a boat. So the ridiculousness of the situation is that if you're trapped that side, you can't drive into the state. You have to drive down to Sydney, pay for an air flight to Brisbane, and then get quarantined up there. This is absolutely crazy. And then one social worker came up to us and said she's been doing a study of people on this side who've been holed up here. Families are breaking down, the suicides, cross-border federal infrastructure is just being ignored. Everything is being ignored. This is inhuman, and it's not right. It's certainly not Australian, but it's inhuman. And thank you very much to everyone who came up. We had quite a few people here, so thank you for arranging it, Mark Lund and Cami, and Greg for helping out. But it was really important that we hear this. And Anastasia Palaszczuk said she would come here. She has not been here. The closest she came was a surf club 20 kilometres up the beach. You need to know what's going on, Anastasia Palaszczuk. You need to stop your damn control freak way of running this state. You need to get off your ass and come and listen to people and see the misery and the trauma that you're putting people through. Fancy yesterday reading in the Courier Mail that your state government took a premature baby, born 30 weeks, took a premature baby and separated it from the mother, sent the because she was in quarantine, sent her back to quarantine. That is just disgraceful. You're vile.